Okay, so hypothetically, if I became an LPS tuber, this would be my mascot, and I think that's great. So, in the spirit of keeping up with LPS tuber traditions, this is me. Fancy, right? And this box that I'm standing on is a gift, present thing that my lovely boyfriend had given me. We bought it off of eBay, and it is one of the LPS board games that wound up getting released. This is the Prettiest Pet Show game. You can see. I got 4 new pets to show, and we'll just kind of get into like the board game and all the fun details in a second here. So this is the first thing that I really want to show off. I actually really love the older style of the pets and artwork that came with it compared to, as you can see in my collection, the new LPS and things that I have. I really like the older style that they have here. The artwork is just, I don't know, I think it's really cute. And I just want to take a minute to admire all the different pets that come on it. And I think that these are all based off of actual LPS. I have to go through like the database to find all the different pets, but I really just wanted to take a second to appreciate that. And then this is pretty much what it comes with. It's still in really good condition. Whoever had this was either a collector themselves or they were a child that did not play with it very often. We got the spinner, all the tokens, the board game underneath, and of course the pets, which I think that we should look at those first, considering that that's going to be like a highlight of the things that we're going to see. So this is the back of the box, kind of shows you everything that it comes with, more lovely LPS art, and I've got all the pets next to their like rendition on the box there. So this is the first one. It is the frog. This is the reason why my boyfriend bought this set for me. He was so in love with the frog, and I see why. Like it's really remarkable. It's in wonderful condition. And the vibrancy of its face and eyes and the way that it's all done is incredible in my opinion, you know. One of the selling points for me was actually the collie, because I think he's funny. He's just got this big old kind of mouth. And I find it amusing. He for some reason has like 2 magnets on the bottom. Which is really weird for me to see, but I've looked it up and that's just kind of how he comes. This one also doesn't have a bobbling head, which I can't really find any information for online if he is supposed to or not, but even looking underneath, it doesn't appear that he has like a proper spring in there. The artwork doesn't help either, like the box picture doesn't help, so I can't say with certainty if he's supposed to or not. The other one that my boyfriend really liked was this little bird, which I actually like it too. He says that it looks like a mango, and he's not wrong because it really does look like a mango. I love all these pets. These pets are pretty, like really pretty, really well done. Like look at the detail of the airbrushing that they did on its face. I have pets from around this generation that don't even have the same vibrancy that they had from like 20 years ago. And these pets are very clearly they're up there in years. They're getting to that point. These pets were released, I think a majority of this set came out in 2007, I think. And the biggest shock for me was this cat. Its nose, its face is so intact and so like detailed still. It like blows my mind. Look at the airbrushing there on its feet, on its paws. Like it's still in such great condition. I don't have pets from this many years ago that have survived like that well and like preserved. So again, whoever had this was either a collector like myself or they had it when they were a child and just like didn't use the set. But I'll go ahead and we'll move away from reviewing the pets to get in the board setup and kind of going over how the game works. Alright, I've got the board completely set up here. It's actually decently large, as you can see. So it's a pretty big board. So your pets start here in the middle, and we've got a fun spinner over here that you're supposed to spin, and obviously whatever number it lands on is where you go on the board. I don't actually know if I'm supposed to put the tokens here on like the pieces, or if they are supposed to be scattered throughout the board, because as you can see, there's like different placements, but I guess for the sake of this video, we'll kind of go off of what the board has. Not that I didn't read the rule book or anything, it's just kind of maybe the reason why they're there is when you get over here, you're supposed to be able to move all the way over if you have all three pieces, but you know, maybe it'll be easier to explain as we go on. So we'll just play by ourselves because we're normal. But yeah, you flick the spinner, it spins, and we get to move one, yay! But more or less, you're just kind of supposed to follow the board. I believe that this, if you landed on this one, it allows you to move anywhere that you want on the board. So if I landed here, let's say I want to go here, and hypothetically, if let's just pretend that this one moved last. If you moved last and you landed on like the monkey business thing, then this player would have taken a token from here, and then you'd have to, if this player wanted, they could steal this token from this player, if that makes sense. So it's pretty cool, but basically you have to go through the Get Better Center, collect a token, the salon, get the token from there, and then the accessory store, whatever, get the token from there, and then ideally you should get to the pet show and actually win by having 3 tokens, because you need 1 of each, basically. It's not that complicated, it's a very simple board game, but I think it's one that can be really fun. And the best part of being a collector means that I don't have to use these pets that came in the set. I can use whatever pets that I want, and I got them all just kind of sitting in there goofily. Some of them are out on the thing, which I feel like means that I could have, if there's 4 tokens of each, and there's like 3, I think that's like 12 different tokens then, if I'm not mistaken. So ideally I could have up to, wow, I'm not smart. I think that it could definitely be more than 4 players, though. I think maybe you could go up to maybe 5 or 6, give or take. I'm no math wizard though, so I couldn't say. But yeah, it's a very nice board game. And the board game itself is also in really good condition. There's not like any like weird like scratches on it or anything messed up. It's very clean, so to say. I mean, even the spinner is like very clean, and like there's like no creases in it, which is always nice to see. Sorry, the light, which is nice to see. It's nice to see that whoever had this really took care of it. It is open, so it wasn't like it was brand new, like from the seal or anything. That's kind of just things that's out of budget for me. Because don't get me wrong, I love collecting my littlest pet shops. As you can see, I have so many. But I wouldn't be buying a lot of new in boxes. This is just something that somebody had that they kept the box and everything for, which I really appreciate. So thank you, eBay seller, for keeping everything together for me and making life easier. Well, I think that pretty much sums up the video. Bye-bye.